sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll poly grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. There's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. You can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks and native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jew-ish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. He got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Okay.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He was like, who is this nigga, man? Like that. Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al-Ham wa Idea Yahau. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Me had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Most High Christ. We got, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shemiel Shai Barakatam to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alatam Shemiel Shai to the sisters. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been bringing the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, those who, you know what I'm saying, aren't aware of our true identity, bringing us back to our culture, bringing us back to being one as a nation. You know what I'm saying? The world makes it seem as though blacks and Hispanics are completely different people. You know, Native Americans, we're all different, but we are all the same nation. You know what I'm saying? And we are all God's chosen people, according to the Bible. Hold on 1 second. All right, tonight is the Lashawan Qadash classes where I teach brothers and sisters how to read, write, and speak biblical Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Learning vocabulary, learning verbs, nouns, adjectives, so on and so forth, learning how to, you know, the different Hebrew words for certain things, translating phrases, learning how to read Hebrew. Tonight's class, we revisiting our old class where we went over the days of the week and the months of the year. All right, so we're going to revisit that today for anyone who hadn't seen that class. I noticed we had a good number of new students checking in, so I wanted to revisit, you know what I'm saying, that class and go over those things for anyone who hasn't seen that. All right, so first things first, as I like to do at the beginning of every class, and matter of fact, before I get into that, for anyone who's still working on obtaining their Hebrew name, make sure you fill in the attendance sign-in sheet. All right, so you fill in your attendance to mark that you attended the class. Follow the link that's on the in the chat, and also, bada bing, bada boom. If any sisters, any brothers or sisters want to join in the UK Hebrew class, contact the ISUPK United Kingdom. Contact us by email at isupkuk@gmail.com. Include your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader. All right, so any new brothers and sisters that want to join this class, make sure you contact us, all right? Okay, so first things first, let's have everyone state their registry. So, start with Kyla. Could you state your name and registry for me, Baba Kasha?
Khan, Kyla, Bath Yahawda, Ban Yasharala.
Most High Christ. So Kyla, Bath Yahawda, Bath Yasharala. Most High Christ. I see Sister checking in Yahweh Shemala, Thaba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's put on registry. Also, Rabqua, Bath Alban, Ban Yasharala. Most High Christ. All right, let's see if anyone else. All right, cool. Well, so far. All right, and we'll go through the Hebrew alphabet. So let me share my screen. I know you can do it from memory, Kyla. Matter of fact, you want to go through it from memory before I put it on the screen?
Khan, A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha.
Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Excellent. All right, so now I'm going to share it for the screen. Share it on the screen, I should say. All right, for anybody who may still be practicing, you want to make sure you practice the Hebrew alphabet, learn all these letters, how to write them, you know what I'm saying, learn it back to front. The same way the oppressor has you learn his alphabet and his, letters, learn these letters right here. Learn the letters and the alphabet of our forefathers. All right, so we got A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. All right. Also, for anybody who is unsure on how to state their registry, this is the format right here. So you'd say your name, then you'd say ban or bath. So ban meaning son, son of, bath meaning daughter of. Then you'd say your tribe in Hebrew. If you're not sure what your tribe is in Hebrew, put it in the chat, and I can, I'll let you know how to say your tribe in Hebrew. Then you'd say ban Yasha'Allah, right? So your tribe member, the son of Israel. Okay. All right. So let me see. Okay. All right. So tonight's class, we revisiting the days of the week and the months of the year. So we're going to start with the days. Now, the days of the week are fairly straightforward. All right. We're going to go through it. All right. So, Kayla, do you know how we'd say day in Hebrew?
Yawam.
Yawam. Right. So to say day in Hebrew, it's Yawam. Right. Lashawan Qadash. How would you say today?
Hayawam.
Hayawam. Well done. All right. So to say today is Hayawam, which translates to, if I do like I've been doing recently, where for prepositions, I bold them, or things that we add to the root word, put them in bold, it translates to this day, right? Today, Hayawam would be like saying this day, okay? Do you know how you'd say tomorrow? This is just a little bit of trivia. If you don't know, I could put the Hebrew up, but just in case you do know it.
Makar.
Makar. Well done. All right, so to say tomorrow, you say makar. All right, but it comes from the root word akar, meaning like after, right? So makar is how you say tomorrow. Okay, and how would you say yesterday?
I don't think I remember.
Okay, no sweat. Let me put the Hebrew up, and if you could read that for me.
Thamawal.
Thamawal. Well done. All right, so to say yesterday in Hebrew is Thamawal. So I just put these in here as well. It's not really the days of the week, but some important time frames or points of time that you may want to reference as you're learning Hebrew, forming sentences, things you want to learn how to say. Next is the word for week. How do you say week in Hebrew?
Shabbai. Shabawai.
Shabawai. All right, Shabawai. Well done. Okay, so to say week in Hebrew is Shabawai, coming from the root word Shabbai, meaning 7. Okay. Do you remember how to say the days of the week?
Hayawam. Shabawai.
So it would be Hayawam Hashabawai. Exactly. The days of the week. So it'd be the day, the day, the week.
Or
right now, go ahead.
The days plural?
I believe the last time last time I went through it, it was Yawam. Let me double check. Because in that case it would be like saying yam yam hashabai. Let me see. Hashabawai is like here. See, now I'm getting confused. I'm just saying shabai. Right, hold on. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let me see if it works if we do Yawam. Okay. You're right. Right. So Yawam would translate to day of the week. Right. Whereas what we want is, if you're saying the days of the week, it would be, really, you could say yam yam ha shabawai. You could say ha yam yam, but I mean it's not really necessary. So let me amend the order. Let's see just how even this here. Yeah, okay. So the days of the week would do, I can't really amend the Paleo Hebrew on the fly, but let me correct this here. Hayam yam hashabawai. Okay, the water on Kaila. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I have the phrase yam yam put elsewhere, because I can just take it from there. No, let me go back. Okay, so the way you'd write yam yam is just a ya, a ma, a ya, and a ma, right? So right here. So let me grab this, grab the connectors as well. I'm gonna paste it. Where are we at? We are. As y'all can see, I've done a lot of classes on here. I was gonna scroll through, find where we at. We are. Is it here? Yeah. All right. So to put yam yam in Hebrew, it would look like this. Let me use smaller. I have to put this over this. Select here. Give me 1 second. Really, the paleo is more important, so I'm gonna just take out the Syrian. But y'all get the point. Right. I suppose I would have a ha here as well. Right. It's a little hodgepodgey, but basically it would be to say the days of the week, hayam yam, put this A here, hashabawai, right? Or just yam yam hashabawai, which is days of the week, right? Slack is a little messy, but if anyone's confused by it and needs me to correct it, by all means, just let me know. All right, Slack. Also, shalom to Alea first. All right, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema, Latha Bashim Shai. We got Zakar one. Shalom, Lord of Christ. We got Marisa. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema, Latha Bashim Shai. Put a registry also. Marisa Bath Banyamian Banya Shala. All right, Most High in Christ. Okay, so forgive my little mess up right here. This is a little messy, but to say the days of the week, you'd use yam yam, which is days, right? Suppose ha yam yam, ha shabawai. So you can ignore let me just take out the Hebrew on this one. I might redo it after the class. Okay, right. So let's go through the first day of the week, right? Which according to our customs is not Monday, but is Sunday, right? Now the way you do the days of the week, there isn't necessarily a name for each day, right? It isn't like Monday, Sunday, Thursday, which are all based on, I'm sure, some Roman god or some Greek god or whatever, right? But the way you say the days of the week in Hebrew is you'd say, as a matter of fact, Kaila, do you know how you'd say Sunday? There's almost a hint on the right-hand side.
Do we say like day and then whatever number, or do we say the number before the day? Like the first day or day one kind of thing?
It would be like in Hebrew, it's like the noun is day and the adjective goes after. Mm-hmm. So you would say it as blank day.
Okay. Ra'ashwan Yuam.
Ra'ashwan. Okay, so you would put the noun first. So you would put the noun being day.
Okay. So Yuam Ra'ashwan.
Yuam Ra'ashwan. Exactly. Right. So Yuam Ra'ashwan would be first day. Right. So the first day is Sunday, right? That's the first day of the week, okay? And then the rest follow the similar format. So it'd be like saying, it'd be like either you can translate it as day 3 or third day. I think in this instance, with the word that's used, let me see. Let me even just show the example for Monday. I suppose that's not much help, but I believe it's like saying day 2 or day 3 or day 4, right? So how do you say Monday in Hebrew?
Yom Shanya.
Yawam Shanya. Not necessarily how you'd say Monday, I suppose, but what would be Monday? Monday would be day 2 or the second day, right? The second day of the week. Okay, right? I just realized I'm going through it quite quickly. I do want to allow time to for y'all to write these down. So let me just give some time if you need to write down the Hebrew for each of these examples. All right, while y'all do that, let me just check the comments here. I see the Zamana, Yahweh Shemala Thabashim Yahushai Barak. I said that wrong. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. I feel like there was extra words in there. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Barak. No, I'm saying the wrong salute. Salaki. Yahweh Shemar Ilata Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Salaki it says. I'm getting a little brain, a little, you know, my old age. I'm getting a little slow. All right. We're going to Zamana Bath Yahweh Ban Yashal, Most High in Christ, the water. All right. And we got Yaman here as well. Yaman checking in from Lantana, Florida. All right. Most High in Christ. Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Gotta pay attention. Like it. Okay. All right. So whenever you're ready to move forward, Kyle, just let me know. All right.
Kind of ready.
You ready? Okay. All right. So next we have Tuesday. So how would we do Tuesday in Hebrew?
Yawam Shalash.
Yawam Shalash. All right. So Yawam Shalash, which translates to like day 3 or third day, right? Which according to today's days would be Tuesday. Tuesday is the third day of the week, according to our custom. All right. So Yawam Shalash. Okay. And then when you're ready for the next one, you just go ahead, all right?
Yawam Arabai.
Yawam Arabai, right? That would be for Wednesday or day 4, right? So the fourth day, day 4, is Yawam Arabai. So that's essentially the format, right? The only ones that's really different, or the ones that have been different so far, is the first one. So specifically for the first day of the week, you'd say first day. Then it's just day 2, day 3, day 4, so on and so forth. Okay. So how would we say then Thursday?
Yawam Kamash.
Yawam Kamash, right? Which translates to what?
Day 5.
Day 5, exactly. So Thursday is day 5, right? Well done. So Yawam Kamash. Basically, in order to understand this, all you need to understand is damn near, not even 1 to 10, but 1 to 6. 1 to 6, and then the Hebrew of how you'd say first, and then you can see, as we get later on, we'll show you how to say the Saturday. Okay? All right. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ, exactly. Yawam Kamash for Thursday. Perfect. All right. So now, let me give you some more time to finish writing down. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Khan.
All right, so how would we then say Friday?
Yawam Shasha.
Yawam Shasha, right? Yawam Shasha, which translates to day 6. All right, Yawam Shasha. See also, right, Yawam Shasha, exactly. Okay, and then, you need to write that one down?
I have it.
You have it, okay. And then the one for Saturday. So Saturday is a bit different. You wouldn't say day 7, but what would you say?
Yawam Shabbath.
Yawam Shabbath, right? So you'd say Yawam Shabbath, which translates to what?
The Sabbath day or
Sabbath
day of
day.
rest.
Sabbath, yeah, Sabbath day it literally translates to day of rest, right? Exactly. Sabbath day, where Sabbath or Shabbath in the Hebrew means rest. Okay, so from the days of the week, Sunday through to Saturday, you have Yawam Ra'ashwan, Yawam Shanya, Yawam Shalash, Yawam Arabai, Yawam Kamash, Yawam Shasha, and Yawam Shabbath. So first day, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and Sabbath day. Okay. All right, so those are the days of the week. Okay, so you wouldn't say Yawam Shabbai, but you'd say the Sabbath day, because that day is special, particular. All right, but it's not sweat. All right, cool. So, you ready to move on to the months?
Okay.
Most High Christ. All right, so for the months of the year, right now, it's kind of over here, but how do we say month in Hebrew?
Qadash.
Qadash. All right, Qadash is the word for month. It also is the word for new moon. And why is that? You can tell me why that is.
Because the months are like they go by the moon.
Exactly, because the months are directly linked with the moon. All right, not according to the heathens' Gregorian calendar, but in our calendar, our months are linked to the moon. Right, a new moon, which is where you don't see the moon. Right, the opposite of a full moon, it indicates a new month. Right, so you have the new month, then you see the moon start to fill out, get full. When you know it's a full moon, you midway through the month. Then the moon starts to get empty again. And then when you don't see the moon anymore, you don't see no crescent, that's when you know it's a new month. Okay, and what's the plural? How do we say months in Hebrew?
Kadashyam.
Kadashyam. Well done. All right, Kadashyam is how you'd say months. Okay. And then we have year in Hebrew. How do we say year?
Shana.
Shana. Well done. All right, so Shana is year in Hebrew. All right, so for anyone who doesn't have those written down, you want to write those down. Okay. So, based off this, how do we say the months of the year? Let's add a new thing that I'm going to put for the phrase the months of the year.
Ha-Kadashyam Hashana.
Ha-Kadashyam Hashana. Exactly. Right? So, Ha. Suppose the whole thing is bolded. Ha. Kadashyam, which is the months, and then Ha Shana. You don't really need to use like the preposition ma to mean of. That of is more of the context of like out of, or like from this, or from this place, or something like along those lines. So Ha Kadashyam Hashana is how you'd say the months of the year. Okay, the months of the year. All right, let me just make this a little bigger. Okay, so next line, let's do this. All right, Hakadashim Hashanah, the months of the year. Okay, so if you want to write that phrase down, you certainly can. All right. Now in Hebrew, let's see here. This is like a PDF you can send to people to practice with like a copy. Certainly. Yeah, I can send this as a PDF, send the whole file. Just contact me on Facebook. Contact me on Facebook over Alban Banyamya. Or you could try the email ISUPK UK@gmail.com, and I can check it and I can see the request and send it that way. So either Facebook or email, just hit me up and I can get that through to you. All right. But yeah, I've done like all my classes. I've done them in a way where if anyone just wanted to see the sheet for the like revision tools, you can just I can download it, send it to you, and you can print it out or just have it on your phone or something along those lines and practice it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started doing the whole online style format. It's good for longevity. All right. So now in Hebrew, each of these months have a name to them, right? In Hebrew, the first month is the month Abib, right? That's the month where Passover's in, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right. The first month, which is Abib, which takes place from around March, April time. Okay. Hey, shalom to Ayala and Kaya. Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'abashim Yahushua. No sign Christ. How y'all doing? What's the word? No sign Christ. Okay. So we just revisiting the days of the week and the months of the year. Okay, so we just went over the days of the week. But would you like me to run over them, or are you happy to just start from the months of the year? You'd like to go back over the days of the week? All right, no sweat. Okay, so if we just go over days of the week, and you can note these down. All right, so we'll start with the first part. So to say day in Hebrew, Ayala, could you read how we'd say day in Hebrew for me?
Yawam.
Yawam. Well done. All right, so that's how you'd say day. Now the next one, which is how you'd say today, like this day. Kaya, could you read out how we'd say today in Hebrew?
Hayawam.
Hayawam. Well done. Right? So to say today or this day is Hayawam. Okay? The ha means the or this, and then Yawam means day. So this day, meaning today. Okay? Well done. Kayla, how would we say, I know you went through it earlier, but how would you say tomorrow in Hebrew?
Makar.
Makar. Okay, so to say tomorrow is Makar. Okay, for time's sake, Ayala and Kaya, if you could write the English and then the Hebrew and the English letters, and just get these noted down. Okay.
Don't write these ones.
So you don't need to write out the Hebrew letters, just for time's sake. But just write the Hebrew and the English letters. So day, Yawam, today, Hayawam, tomorrow, Makar. Ayala, how would you say yesterday in Hebrew?
Tamawal.
Thamawal. Well done. All right, so yesterday in Hebrew is Thamawal. And Kaya, how would you say week in Hebrew?
What's up?
So you got the first part, which is Sha, and then Ba. Now this last part is a Wa and an I connected. Now what sound do you get when you connect a Wa and an I? You join those together. what would it sound like?
Slovakia.
Mm-hmm.
Shabawai.
Shabawai. Well done. Right? So if you join the wa and the I, it sounds like Y. Right? So to say week in Hebrew, it's Shabawai. Okay? Well done. Okay, so I'm gonna give you all some time to note those down without interruption. Select here. And then Kayala, as you went through earlier, how would we say the days of the week?
Hayam Yam Hashabuai.
Hayam Yam Hashabawai. Right, exactly. Hayam Yam Hashabawai is the days of the week. Okay. So we'll finish writing these down and then we'll go through the days. The days of the week is fairly straightforward. And at any point, if I'm going too fast, y'all just let me know, all right? Okay, and y'all let me know when you're ready to continue as well, okay? Okay, so the day, Yawam, today or this day, Hayawam, tomorrow, Makar, yesterday, Thamawal, week, as in the days of the week, Shabawai, and the phrase of days of the week is Hayam Yam Hashabawai. Okay. Okay, are y'all ready to continue? I think I might still be writing down. No sweat. Y'all still writing down?
We're nearly finished.
Okay, no sweat. Okay. Okay, what I might do for time's sake is I'll show y'all the days of the week. Once you finish this, I'll show you the 7 days and how to say them and write them in Hebrew. And I want you to either take a screenshot or I can send it to your mom or your dad to pass on to you to write in your notes. Okay, just because I want to move forward to the months. All right. Okay, so let me. Are y'all finished writing down this first part?
Yes.
Okay, Most High in Christ. All right, so let me show you the days of the week. Okay, so the days of the week from Sunday, Yawam Ra'ashwan. Then Monday, Yawam Shanya. Tuesday, Yawam Shalash. Wednesday, Yawam Arabai. Thursday, Yawam Kamash. Friday, Yawam Shashah. And Saturday, Yawam Shabbat. Now, what these translate to is basically first day,
You don't take it.
day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and then Sabbath day. Okay, so if y'all want to take either a picture of this screen or a screenshot, or if it's better for me to send it to one of your parents, I can do that.
You send it to
No
one of our
sweat.
parents.
Can't no sweat. I'll get it sent to you. All right. So then we'll move over to the months of the year. All right, which is where we were at. So we just did month in Hebrew, and we did these first parts. So, Kayala, how do you say month in Hebrew?
Qadash.
Qadash. Okay, so month is Qadash. It's the same thing, same word for month or new moon, because the new moon indicates the new month. Does anyone know what the new moon is? It's almost a science question. I know we went through it earlier. Ayala or Kaya, do y'all know what the new moon is? La? No? Okay, no sweat. So the new moon, like in the moon cycle, you know, like you have one part of the lunar cycle where you don't see the moon, like it's black, you don't see anything. Then you have a part where it starts to crescent and it starts to fill out. You get a half moon, then you get a full moon, then it starts to empty out again, and then you don't see the moon. The part where you don't see the moon, or like it's blank, like the light is on the other side that we're facing, or the other side of the sun's on the other side of the moon. That's the new moon, right? So the new moon is when you don't see the moon, and that's what signifies in our custom when there's a new month. Okay, if that makes sense. Have you heard of the like the moon cycle?
Kind.
Right. So the new moon is where you don't see the moon. Okay. Right. So we have month in Hebrew, which is Qadash. Ayala, how would you say months in Hebrew?
Kardashian.
Kardashian. Well done. Right. So to make it plural, you add yam at the end. Kardashian. Okay. And then Kaya, how would you say year in Hebrew? This year here.
Break it down.
Mm-hmm.
Say that. Shana.
Shana. Well done. Right. So Shana is how you say year in Hebrew. Okay. Well done. When we had went through this phrase right here, Kayla, how would you say the months of the year?
Ha-Kadashyam Hashana.
Ha-Kadashyam Hashana. Okay, perfect. So you want to get those 4 phrases down, and we're going to start going through the months. Right, so each of the months in Hebrew have a name to them, and I've put scriptural references of where you can find each of these names. Some are found like here. You find in there's a months of the year, like time sheet in the 1765 Bible, right? So like we use the King James 1611, but other versions of the Bible actually have the months of the year and days of the week. Go ahead, Ayala.
Is all months of the year in the same order is it in the same order as the English version, what we'll use today?
It's not. It's not. For our months of the year, so the first month, which is the month Abib, the first month is actually the month that we would have Passover and unleavened bread. And around when does that happen?
Right.
Ayala.
April.
Say again.
During April.
Around April or March, right? So in our customs, the first month starts around March or April, which is around when spring starts, when things start coming back to life, right? So the first month, the month Abib, occurs March and April, and how we'd say this in Hebrew. So to say first month, you're following the same type of logic as previously. You'd say Kadash Ra'ashwan, right? Which means first month. But to say the name of the month, Abib in Hebrew, and Kayala, how do we say Abib in Hebrew?
Abayab.
Abayab, right? So Abayab is the first month Abib, right? Kadash Ra'ashwan. Okay, so you write down first month Abib. To say first month in Hebrew is Kadash Ra'ashwan. The Hebrew of Abib is Abayab. Okay. All right. So the first month in Hebrew is Abayab. Okay. Now these pronunciations here, these is English pronunciations. So again, we want to learn how to say these in Hebrew. Okay. So let's move to the second month. So second month, following the same format. Kayala, how do we say second month?
Kadash. Kadash Shanya.
Kadash Shanya. Right? Kadash Shanya. And in the English translation, it's pronounced as Ziph. Right? You can find that in 1 Kings 6 and verse 1. In Hebrew, it would be Zawah. Okay, so the second month, which takes place around April to May, it's never really, you can't really say like it's in April because it changes based on the new moon, right? So it's between April and May. That's the second month, which is Zawah in the Hebrew. Okay. Let me give some time to write that down. Now, I just said I'll give you some time to write it down. So let me pause for a moment.
So Salakia. For when we was doing the days, those were also in the format of like the first day and second day.
Those were more in the format of like first day, yes, but the rest was more in the format of like day 2.
Day 2.
Right, so it's slightly different when we go into now the months. We're saying specifically third month. Like you can pretty much probably use the same format for like to say third day. It would be a bit different than Yawam Shalash. What would it be if it was to say third day? Now we get into like cardinal and ordinal numbers. So Shalash is the
that was my question.
Of course. Okay. So you have, and this is a good example. So you have Shalash meaning 3. Now, again, that's the number 3. So to turn it into third, we add, let me show y'all. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all in the Hebrew, and I'm gonna have Ayala read this one. Okay, so from here, Ayala, how would you say third month with these two? Let me zoom in a little bit. Select it.
Qadash. Shalayashya.
Shalayashya. Well done. So to say third in Hebrew, you turn Shalash into Shalayashya. Okay, so that's how you do it. Like that's like the ordinal and cardinal numbers. So in this case, shalayashya is your ordinal. It's like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whereas your cardinal is just a regular number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is how you do third month, right? And how do you pronounce the third month? So in English, it's Sivan, right? Kaya, how would we say Sivan in Hebrew? And you find that right here. I'll have you practice reading the Hebrew letters, okay?
Tayawana.
So the first letter we have, this letter here is Sa. Right? So Sa. Then we have Ya. Then we have a Wa and a Na. But these two are connected. So what sound would it make with the Y and the Na being connected?
Say. Wana.
So not Wana. So Wana would be saying them separately. But when you have them connected, instead of saying Wana, you say Wan. And it joins like that. Right? So the Y and the Na connected makes Wan. Okay? So if we split this into parts, we have Sa, Ya, Wan. So how would you pronounce that word? Oh, don't tell her, Ayala. So we split the parts, right? So we have Sa, Ya, and Y. So put if you was to put that together, how would you say it?
I'm not sure.
No problem. Okay. So the way you put it together, so Sa, Ya, Wan, you pronounce it as Saya Wan. Right? If I release this right here, so you have Qadash, Shalayashya, which is the third month. Sivan in Hebrew is Sa Ya Wan. Saya Wan. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You see how we've put it together, right? The Sa, Ya, and then the Wa and the Na connect to make one. Saya Wan. Okay? So we'll write that down and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, and the third month, the month Sivan or Sayawan in Hebrew, takes place from around May to June. Okay, so it'll be that new moon that's around between May and June. Okay, late May, early June. All right. Then we have, I'll give a second just to finish writing that down. You'll let me know when you're ready to move forward, okay?
Salakia. Can I finish my question?
Of course. Salakia. Go ahead.
When we did the days, for day 2, did we put Shanya or Shanyam?
We put Shanya. Let me see. Yeah, Shanya.
Okay. Would it not be Shanyam? Is 1 and 2 different from the rest?
You said is 1 and 2 different?
Because second is Shanya, right? But 2 is Shanyam.
So with your cardinal numbers, let me go back to find this over here. Remember I went through this class. So in Hebrew, the cardinal number for 2 can be either Shanya or Shanyam.
Okay.
So I think it's I forget the way I explained it. I believe it was you use Shanyam if you're saying like 2 of something. But if you're saying the number 2, or it might be the other way around. I forget. but you can use Shanya or Shanyam for 2. I think it depends on the context. So, but for day 2, we do it as Shanya. So Shanya means 2 and second.
Okay.
Then where were we at?
Is there also a specific reason why we say first day instead of day 1?
I mean, it's just, I suppose it's just in like ordering. Like if I was to look at, let's see, there was the what's it called? I think this is on the. I remember I attached the excerpt from the 1775 Bible, which showed the days of the week and months of the year. Let me just find it here. Where are we at? Hold on. I lost where I was at. Here we go. So check this. Right, so you can see days of the week, second day. Okay, so don't really say it like that here. But based on what I was told, you do specifically first day, you do as first. And then the other ones would just be as day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, so on and so forth. But I'm in terms of the specific reason, just from what I was told, that's how you do it. Now, I mean, you don't really have like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or something like that in the Bible to reference of. So I can really show a biblical reference, but that's what I've been told. So, I mean, even like, I suppose you probably do it as even like the first day and the Sabbath day. There are specific reasons why we do it like that. Now, in terms of like doing Yawam Shanya, or I suppose, let me go from Tuesday, Yawam Shalash over Yawam Shalayashya, is because it might cause confusion if you're talking about like the third day of the week or the third day of the month. So if you're saying, well, I suppose you could say the same thing about like day 3 of the week or day 3 of the month. I mean, this is just how I suppose this is how I've been taught it. But yeah, so Sunday, Yawam Ra'ashwan. Monday is like day 2, day 3, day 4. So
how would you, if 2 is Shanya, then how would you say the second?
Second? For second, you also say Shanya. So for second, it doesn't change. It's still Shanya.
The water.
No sweat. Oh, yeah, on the bar. Let's see. All right, so let's carry on. So we have the 4th month, and to say 4th month in Hebrew, let me release the Hebrew here. I'll release both of them. All right. So how would we say 4th month in Hebrew? Let's get this from who went last. Let's get this from Kayala. How would you say 4th month in Hebrew?
Qadash Rabayaya.
Qadash Rabayaya, right? So Qadash means a month. Rabayaya is how you'd say 4th, right? So 4th month, and then how would you say, so the 4th month in Hebrew, and I believe this word comes from a different culture, but it's the closest word we have for the reference that we have for the name of the 4th month, which is Tammuz, right? In Hebrew, how would we say that?
Thamawaz.
Thamawaz, right? So Thamawaz, is the name of the 4th month, right? Tammuz in Hebrew. Okay, so Qadash Rabayaya. So you want to write that down. And that is the month that takes place from late June to early July. Okay. All right. So when y'all are ready to move forward, let me know. All right, so 4th month, Qadash Rabayaya. On the Hebrew, or the English translation of the 4th month is Tammuz. The Hebrew is Thamawaz.
We're done.
You done? Okay.
You have to say something.
All right. Kayla, you ready to go? Okay. All right, so now we have the 5th month. So let me ask Ayala. The 5th month is the month Ab, right? It's pronounced as Ab. How would you say 5th month in Hebrew? And how would you say Ab in Hebrew?
Qadash. Qadash Kamayasha, and to say Ab in Hebrew, it would be Ab.
Exactly. Well done. Right. So 5th month is Qadash Kamayashya. Right. So Qadash meaning month, Kamayashya is 5th. And the Hebrew for Ab is pronounced the same, Ab. Right. A and a Ba joined together. Okay. I'm just looking into actually scriptural references for like the days of the week, because it's certainly a good question. I'm trying to see if I can find suppose we have a reference with like creation, story of creation. It's like the first day, 3rd day, but those weren't really done on like, say, like it wasn't done on a, like, these are not actual days, these are time periods of time. So but I suppose, I mean, if you wanted to say day 3, you'd say Yawam Shalash. If you wanted to say 3rd day, you'd say Yawam Shalayashya. I think you can really use those interchangeably. That they would mean the same thing. If I was to put in let me even check like
Salakia.
Go ahead.
And it sounds like saying third day is like being more specific, because I may be talking about the third day of a 4-day period, but it may not be on Wednesday or something, or on Tuesday. But like it's the third day of whatever period I want it to be.
Yeah, or like the third day since this happened. Or well, I suppose that you'd say like 3 days since that. But yeah, I get what you're saying, like the third day of the 100-day fast, or something along those lines. So let me see. Let me see if there's any reference of it being described. We'll look at the third day because that's the one that's different. See, just some scriptural references for that. Yes, but it says looking over here, evening or morning with the third day. So this is like the story in Genesis. We're looking at Yawam Shalayashia. Okay, let's see. Let me just have a look at some few other references. By Yawam Ha Shalayashia. So this would be the third day. Okay. I might have a look over the days of the week. If I need to correct it, I might just go over it in next week's class. I've always understood it to be as I've done it. I mean, that's what I was taught. But if it needs amending, I mean, it makes sense to you could say the third day of the week, so on and so forth. So just I'll have a look at it after the class. To try and get that confirmed for next week. All right. Let me just say this one, third. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll have a look into that one and try and confirm it for next week. All right. All right. But for now, we'll carry on with the month. So we have next the 6th month. All right. The 6th month in which is Elul. All right, and we're going to learn how to say that in Hebrew. So, who's we just on? We just did Ayala. It's like the names are too confusing now. We got Ayala, Kayala, and Kaya. It's all joined together. All right, it's lucky, yo. Kaya. How would we say 6th month in Hebrew, and how would we say Elul in Hebrew?
I'm not sure.
Okay, no threat. So if you want to read it from like the English letters right here, how would you say this first word?
Qadash.
Qadash. Well done. Right. So Qadash, and then we have here. This would be Shah. Go ahead, sorry. Lucky, you were gonna read it, Kaya? How do we say this word right here? Not sure? Okay, no sweat. All right, so let's even read it from the Hebrew, right? So if you look at the Hebrew, we have ka right here, then we have a da and a sha joined together to make dash. So this is how we get Qadash, right? Now with this part, we have a sha, and a ya. Now all of these are pronounced separately. So you'd say shashaya. Okay, so Qadash, shashaya is how you say 6th month. Okay, Qadash, shashaya. And then to say Elul, we have a, la, and a wa and a la joined together. So when you have the wa and the la joined together, that would make wow, right? So the three parts of this word we have is a, la, and wow. So a, la, wow. How do we put that together, Kaya?
Alawa.
Wow. Perfect. Well done. Okay. So the 6th month is Alawal in Hebrew. Okay. And that takes place late August, early September. Okay. You can find the scriptural reference right here in Nehemiah 6 and 15. Okay. Alawal. Well done. Also, shalom to Ayazan, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah, Triple Checking from DC. Go ahead.
Are we gonna do a quiz at the end?
I don't have a quiz prepared at the end of this class, but I can. Have I put one together for the month of the year? I'm gonna see if I'm not sure if we're gonna have time, but I could try and do one next week, going over the months of the year.
Come.
All right. Shalom. All right, most side Christ. We got a young man checking in from California. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. All right, cool. So that's the 6th month, right? Alawal in Hebrew. Okay. Now we have the 7th month. Kayla, how do we say 7th month?
Qadash.
Let's see if you know. Shabayaya. Well done. Right. So Qadash Shabayaya is how you say the 7th month. And how would you pronounce the 7th month is Ethanim in English? How would you pronounce that in Hebrew?
Ayathanyam.
Ayathanyam. Well done. All right. So the 7th month, Qadash Shabayaya, is pronounced as Ayathanyam in Hebrew. And that takes place late September to early October. Okay. I'll give you some time to note that down. In the meantime, check this real quick. And y'all just let me know when you're ready to move forward, all right?
So okay, sir. I'm done.
You ready? Okay. All right. All right. So the next one is for you, Ayala. So we have the 8th month, which is pronounced as bull in English. All right. So if you can read how we say 8th month in Hebrew and how we say bull in Hebrew.
So okay, sir. Would it be Qadash Shamaya and Bull in Hebrew be Bawal?
So bull in Hebrew is Bawal. Well done. To say the 8th month would be Qadash Shamayanya. So to be careful of the end part, right? Qadash Shamayanya. Okay. And that month is called Bull or Bawal in the Hebrew. And that takes place late October to early November. Okay. All right, so once y'all write that down, we'll move on to the 9th month.
Is that me?
We're gonna have Kaya do this one, the next one. Okay, so girls, y'all let me know when you finished, all right?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the 9th month, you pronounce the CH as a ch?
You pronounce it as like a k, like
K.
well, yeah, like k. Kislu.
Is it? I could have sworn it was like Kaslu or something. Is that a different language?
Let me see. Kaslu. Maybe I'll. Go ahead.
Salakia, we're done.
You're done? Okay. Let me get because I put the reference. Let me see. Zechariah 7 verse 1. I might have just mistyped it. Hold on. Zechariah 7 1. Well, there's probably a couple spellings, right? Like if I look here, you see this one is pronounced as Kislu. Now if I look up Kaslu, no, I spelled that wrong. See, it's not easy to make a typo now. All right, Kaslu. If that's how I remember, let me see with a CH. I had looked. No, just yeah, I did share the screen. See here. Yeah, see that. Right. So from the scriptural reference, that's how I spell, right? Zechariah. Let me see even this reference here. Nehemiah 1:1. See if there's a different spelling. Right, Kislu. Right, okay. What about First Maccabees 1:57? Give me 1 second. Because I feel like I've heard that as well. But I think it might have just been a mispronunciation. First Maccabees, what was it again? 1:57. You know, I like my little detours every now and then, so like you. But we're gonna see. All right, 1:57. Is that the one? No. First Maccabees.
Salakia, what is? Oh,
go ahead.
No, I didn't hear you say Maccabees. I put it up on my phone.
Right. So in Maccabees, this is where we see the pronunciation of Kaslu. But in the Old Testament, we have it down as Kislu. So I suppose it's just different time periods and different spellings. But from what I have, it's mostly said as Kislu.
Okay.
All right. So Kaya. If we go through, we're going to practice reading the Hebrew on this one, okay? So to say the 9th month, first we're going to start right here, okay? So how do you pronounce this word? We have a ka, a da, and a sha, and the da and sha are joined. Suppose, let me even correct this right here. I should have these joined. Oh, I think Kaya's away from her desk. All right, Salaki. Okay, no, so let's go back to Kayala, right? How do we pronounce the 9th? How do we say 9th month, and how do we say Kislu in Hebrew?
Qadash. Keep going. Okay. Qadash Thashayaya.
Qadash Thashayaya, right? So Thashayaya is how you'd say 9th in Hebrew, right? So 9th month, and how do we say Kislu?
Kasawa.
Kasawa, right? And this uses a ka in Hebrew, so Kasawa, right? Is how you say the 9th month, and that takes place from November, late November to early December. Okay. Then we have the 10th month. All right, the 10th month, which is Tebeth. All right, Tebeth. Ayala, how would you say 10th month in Hebrew? And how would you say Tebeth in Hebrew?
Qadash. Qadash. Ashayaria.
Aishayaria. Well done. Right. So Aishayaria is 10th. All right. So 10th month. Qadash, Aishayaria. And how do we say Tebeth in Hebrew?
Tabath.
Tabath. Well done. Right. Tabath. Okay. And that month takes place from late December to early January. All right. So I'll give you all some time to write those down. I know I went quick on month 9, so I'm gonna give you all a bit of time to get these months down, and then we'll move on. Okay, y'all let me know when you're ready to move on to the 11th month, okay?
Come.
Yeah, y'all ready? Okay, y'all still writing slow. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little longer to write down. Y'all ready to move on?
Come.
All right, no sweat. Okay, so we got the 11th month. All right, this one we're going to go through with Kaya. Okay, so let's see. Say 11th month. Now, this is where the order gets a bit different, right? So to say 11th month, you first start by saying 11, right? To say 11 in Hebrew, we're going to go through it. So with this word here, this is for you, Kaya, as well. You have A, Ka, and Da. The Ka and Da are joined to make Kad, right? So we have A, Kad. How would we say this word?
A car.
Akkad, right? Well done. Okay, so Akkad, and then you have this word right here. So we have I, Sha, and Ra. Now these are all said separately. So I, Sha, Ra. How do we say this word?
Aisha. Ra.
Aishara, right? So Akkad, Aishara. That's how you say 11. Okay. And what's this word right here? This is a word we've been over a few times. How do you say this one?
Um, not sure.
Not sure. No problem. So do you know what letters we have?
I forgot some of my Hebrew letters.
Okay. No problem at all. I'll let you know. So we have Ka, Da, and Sha. But the Da and Sha are joined together to make what?
I'm not actually sure.
Okay. So the Da and Sha, when they join together, they make Dash. Okay. So you have Ka, Dash. How do you pronounce this word?
Qadash.
Qadash. Well done. And then the name of the month, the 11th month, it has two spellings that I've seen. It's Shabbat or Shabbat, right? In the Hebrew, you'd say this right here. So you have Sha, Ba, and Ta, but the Ba and Ta join together to make Bat, right? So you have Sha, Bat. How do you pronounce this word?
Shabbat.
Shabbat. Well done. Okay, so you have the 11th month, which is Shabbat in English. You have Akkad, Aishara, Qadash, which is how you say 11th month. And the month is Shabbat in Hebrew. Okay, that month takes place from late January to early February. Okay, all right. I'll give you all some time to write that down. But Kayla, when you're ready, you can move on to the next month.
Will the 12th month, is it going to be the same way as the 11th month, the number in front of the word month?
I'm trying to remember from memory. I believe so. I think it uses let me release the Hebrew. I think it uses shanyam. Yeah, it uses shanyam in this case to say 12. Okay, so how would you let me cover it back up? How would you say 12 month in Hebrew?
Shanyam, Aishara, Qadash.
Shanyam, Aishara, Qadash, right? And then to say that month in Hebrew, or the month in English is the month Adar. To say in Hebrew, how would you pronounce it?
Adar.
Pronounced the exact same way, Adar, right? The A and the Da and the Ra join together to make Dar, Adar. Okay, all right, and that's the 12 months, takes place from around late February to early March. All right, and now this last one, so there is typically 12 months in the year, right? But in our hold on, get the sound sorted out.
So like, yeah, I'm done.
Mm-hmm. You're done? Most High in Christ. Was that with the 11th month?
Yeah.
Okay, you can start right in the 12th one, okay?
Mhm.
Hold on, my sound is coming to the wrong spot. Right. Okay. All right. So the last month here was what's known as a intercalary month, right? So it's an extra month that's added every 3 years to make the months line up, right? So we know that there's not like the lunar cycle is what 28 and a half days. So if you do 28.5 times by 12, you end up with 342, right? So every 3 years or so, we add what's known as the intercalary month, right? Which basically puts you back on track. So it's like an extra 12 month. And it's known here as Viadar. So you see this in the this table of time. You see Adar, and you see it's pronounced here as Viadar, right? The intercalary month. And you see this here. It says Nisan and the civic year. Okay. The sacred year was instituted by Moses and consisted of lunar months of 29 and a half. My mistake. 29 and a half months, days, I should say, each, with an intercalary month called Adar Shani, right? Or we would pronounce this as Adar Shanya, right? Or the Adar right here. So I put two references. There's two ways to say it, right? So I'm about to show you. The intercalary month, and who just went through the last one? This was Kayala, you went through the last one, right? So Ayala, the intercalary month, known as the Adar right here, you would either say in Hebrew, how would you pronounce this? There's two ways to say it.
Slovakia, would it be Wa'ada or Adashanya?
Exactly, right? So Wa'adar, which is where they get this Viadar from, which basically means, so you have Adar, and then you have Wa'adar, which is like saying and Adar. So it's like you have an additional Adar, or Adar Shanya, which basically means the second Adar, right? The second 12th month. You have another 12th month, right? If that makes sense. So you have the month Adar, and you have every 3 years you have like another month added on it, which is also basically called second Adar or Wa Adar, additional Adar. Okay, right, and that is the months of the year. Okay, all right. So once y'all finish writing that down, we'll see if we can get a few points of vocabulary down, and then we'll close out for today. I'm gonna have a look into that into the days of the week, confirm that because I remember putting together a quiz on the days of the week, but if it's the quiz is wrong, then I don't want to do a quiz on wrong information. So I have to look into it and see. If I need to make the correction, then we can just make the correction. Go ahead.
Slovakia, we're done.
You're done? Okay. Did you do this last one, this intercalary month?
Yeah.
You did that as well? Well done. Okay. So are y'all ready to move forward? We'll go through some vocabulary.
Yeah.
Okay. Most High in Christ. Ayala, you finished as well?
Huh.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let me stop sharing my screen. And we will hold on. Let's take this out. Take this. All right, let me share my screen again. We want to be able to get a few words down, so let's see. All right, we're doing from Deuteronomy 2 and verse 12. So let's get this here. Deuteronomy, let me just find it here. Deuteronomy chapter 2. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 2. I'm going to scroll down to verse 12. Okay, so we have wa basha'ayar. Okay, wa basha'ayar. All right, so first thing we have is wa as a preposition. Who knows what wa means as a preposition?
Salakia. And?
It means and, right? Or a continuation of what's being said. All right. Then we have ba as a preposition. What does ba mean? Let me get somebody else. So ba as a preposition.
The. Is it the?
It's not the, but I'm gonna show you what the is. The is ha, right? So ha as a preposition means the. All right, but good guess. Okay, there is a preposition that means the. Okay, but what does ba mean? Who else could tell me? Ayala, do you know this one? I'll give you a hint. Like, say, for example, when we say Bahasham, which means blank the name. What does Bahasham mean? If you're not sure it's to what, I can give it to you.
Like I said, I don't know.
Not sure? Okay. Kyla, do you know it?
In or on.
In, on,
or at and with.
and with, right? So ba can mean a few words. In, on, at, or with. Typically, it's your in or on, but it can also mean at and with. Okay, so make sure you note that down, right? Then you have sha'ayar. Okay, sha'ayar, right? This is a word which is a noun. It's a place, right? It comes from the word ayar, meaning goat or hairy, right? Because of the people that dwelled there were hairy people, like the so-called white man. Right? That's who dwelt in Mount Seir. Okay, so this is a noun, a place, not a plane. Hold on, place. It is Seir. Okay, which is a place in Idumea. It's a place where white people historically dwelt. All right. So when the Bible says, "I set my face against Mount Seir," he's setting his face against the so-called white man. All right, it's pronounced Sha'ayar. Okay, then we have Yeshabwa. Okay, so the root here we have Yeshab, which is a verb, which means, who knows what Yeshab means?
Sit or dwell.
To sit or dwell. Well done. All right, so yeshab means to sit or dwell. Then we have ha-karyam, right? So this ha is a preposition which means the, right? Like Khaya had noted earlier, right? Then we have karyam, which is a noun, and it's a nation. Okay. In English, it's the Horites. It means cave dweller. Okay. Cave dweller or a troglodyte. Somebody who was just low. These are also Edomites. All right. Then we have lapanyam. Okay. So we have la as a preposition. What does la as a preposition mean?
Salakia. 2 or 4.
2 or 4. Salakia. Hit space. Let's move me on this side. 2 or 4.
Salakia.
Right?
You put panyam there on purpose?
No, this is a mistake. Thank you. All right. So la, I should have preposition. So I'm just begin with a P, and I'm just all right. Preposition. All right. The next word was panyam, or the root being panya. I think it's when I went into it, it's panya or panyam. Either panyam right here. Right? Okay. Panyam in this case is a noun meaning face, as in somebody's face. Presence. I spelled that wrong. Present. Or before, like in the presence of. Go ahead.
Can we be excused, Babakasha?
Can. Let me be excused. All right. Yahweh Shema Latam Bashim Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema Latam Bashim Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema Latam Bashim Yahushai. Shalom. All right. So, face, presence, or before, right? As in like in front of, or figuratively before, as in this case it's used as like predated, right? Which was before hold on. Well, the Horites I guess 4, plus this is formally, so it would be like, it really would be almost like saying before. The Horites before, and so Wa Banya Aishawa, the sons of Esau. Okay. So we have Wa as a preposition meaning and, Banya or Banyam, noun, which means sons. Let me we'll finish off this verse and then we'll close out. I know we're quite close on the time. All right, so this means sons. Then we have Aishawa, which is a word which means hairy. It's the word for, it's a noun. It's the word for Esau, right? And it means rough, right? Like rough. You see here, yeah, covered with hair like a fur coat. So they named him Esau, which means hairy or rough, like a goat. All right, which is basically what we've been reading this whole time. All right, this is those people. Okay, then we have Yerashwam or Yerashwaam, Okay. Yerash is the root, which is a verb, which means to possess. I always do the first one wrong. To possess, to inherit, to take possession of. So what's it? This possess is most, take possession, to drive. So to possess or dispossess, meaning to, take somebody's stuff. Okay. Okay, I've done way too many. What's going on? Dispossess. It's like, yeah. All right. So dispossess them. Wa ya shamayad wa'am. Okay, so shamayad or shamad, okay, is the root. And then shamayad would be to cause to be destroyed. All right, so verb. Hold on. This verb means to desolate or destroy. All right, to destroy in the simplest form. Destroy. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Then we have ma panyaham, right? So the word here is panya, which is face. Wa yeshabwa, we already have this word. Thakathan or thakatham. So thakath meaning under. So this is a noun. It's like under, beneath, or instead of. Okay. In lieu of. Okay, so we have like replace here. We have under, we have place. Okay, under, beneath, or basically to, what was it here? Instead, I'm gonna put it as like replace. Okay. Ka ashar. We have ka as a preposition. Well, I'm almost going up over the time. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this verse. So let me just, where we at? Where we at in the verse? Ka ashar. So ka as a preposition means as or like. Let's see, what have I done here? We have ashar, which is a conjunction, which means which. Is that all the words? Nathan. I'm trying to race through these now. Nathan is a verb. I'm trying to at least do one verse, which means to give, put, or set. You have a hawa. It's like not a hawa. Yahweh, which is a noun. Name. It's the Lord's name. The Lord. Okay, then you have, where we at? Oh, I'm missing the whole part. I'm missing La Ratazah. All right, no sweat. We gonna have to close out there. So like, I want to go too far. Y'all had to tune into, on the ends tonight. All right, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and salute out the brothers, Yemen of Israel. I'm Madiam Shabbath. I'm Madiam Barak. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Yad Yamata. All right, sister stand. I'm Madian. I will salute the sisters. Yemen of Israel. I'm Madian Shabbath. I'm Madian Barak. Yahweh Shema Arathan Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shema Arathan Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Yad Yamata. Class dismissed. All right. Most High Christ. Make sure y'all tune in tonight for On the Ends. You know what I'm saying? We got camp tomorrow and real time revelation. Make sure y'all tune in on Sunday, 2 p.m. on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? On our TikTok page for real time revelations. All right. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please Go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.